Hi, it's Bill here. I'd like to talk about the basic functions of pieces. Pieces have only a few basic functions. Here the white rook and the bishop attack the black pawn. The black knight and bishop defend the black pawn. The black pawn blocks the white rook and the bishop on a line, so the white rook can't reach these squares and the white bishop can't reach these squares. The black pawn blocks the black bishop on a line, so the bishop can't get to these squares. The black pawn blocks the black bishop and knight on the e5 square, so the pawn stops the knight or bishop from moving to these squares, to this square. The black pawn blocks the black pawn blocks the bishop and the knight. All the pieces control empty squares. Control. Except for pawns, pieces control the squares they can move to. They'll be able to capture any opponent piece that moves to a controlled square. There they'll be able to defend any friendly piece that moves to a controlled square. The more squares you control, the better. Pawn control. Pawn moves and captures are mutually exclusive. Pawns will be able to capture any opponent piece that moves to a controlled square. Pawns will be able to defend any friendly piece that moves to a controlled square. Attack. The white rook is in a position to capture or take the black knight. Regardless of whose turn it is, the rook is attacking the knight is attacked by the rook. Both rooks attack each other. It's a two-way attack. When a piece attacks the same type of piece, it is always a two-way attack. When a piece, except a knight, attacks a queen, it's a two-way attack. So the bishop, the rook, and the pawn could all be captured by the queen, if it was the queen's move. A queen attacking a bishop on a diagonal is a two-way attack. A queen attacking a rook on a rank or file is a two-way attack. Defend. The rook defends the knight. You attack your opponent's pieces while you defend your own pieces. The advantage of defending a unit is that you can recapture on that square if that unit is captured. Pieces defending each other. Sometimes two pieces defend each other. A pawn and bishop defend each other. A queen and pawn defend each other. Two knights defend each other. Two rooks defend each other. Two queens defend each other, and happens to mate as well. A queen and bishop defend each other. A queen and rook defend each other. Pawn chains. All pawns in a chain are defended at the base of the chain. So the only pawns undefended are this one and this one. All the white pieces are defended. All the white pieces are defended. All the white pieces are defended. Pieces not defending each other. Sometimes two pieces do not defend each other. The knight is defended while the pawn is not. The rook is defended while the pawn is not. A knight defending any piece, except a knight, is not defended by that piece. Any piece, except a knight, defending a knight is not defended by the knight. The bishop is defended while the rook is not. The rook is defended while the bishop is not. The bishop is defended while the queen is not. The rook is defended while the queen is not. two pieces undefended. Both pawns are undefended. The pawn and knight are undefended. The pawn and bishop are undefended. The rook and pawn are undefended. The bishop and knight are undefended. Bishops can never defend each other. The rook and knight are undefended. Defence in the king. The king can never be captured, so there's no advantage in defending the square the king is on. The rook defends the g1 square, but so what? Pieces 2 moves away. A piece may be a move away from controlling a square. The king moves to control the queening square. A bishop can never control a square of the opposite colour. Pieces in position to defend a piece. A piece may be 2 moves away from capturing a piece. The king is 2 moves away from capturing the knight. The king is in a position to attack the knight. So the king can move and trap the knight. The rook is 2 moves away from capturing the pawn. The rook is in position to attack the pawn. So the rook now attacks the pawn. The bishop is 2 moves away from capturing the pawn. The bishop is in position to attack the pawn, and now it's attacking the pawn. The knight is 2 moves away from capturing the pawn. The knight is in a position to attack the pawn, so the knight now attacks the pawn. The queen is 2 moves away from capturing the knight. The queen is in a position to attack the knight, so the queen moves and attacks the knight. The pawn is 2 moves away from capturing the rook. The pawn is in position to attack the rook. Pieces in position to defend a piece. The rook is 1 move away from defending the pawn. The rook is in position to defend the pawn. Rook now defends the pawn. More than 2 moves away. Knight can attack the pawn in 3 moves. Pieces are often in a position to attack or defend a piece in 3 or more moves. So 1, 2, 3, and the knight attacks the pawn. Pieces that cannot attack another piece. Bishops on opposite colours can never attack each other. Pieces that cannot defend another piece. The bishop can never defend the white pawn until the black pawn is captured and the pawn moves. In check, if the attacked piece is the king, that player is said to be in check. Any type of piece can check the king except a king. Oh, jeepers. Just put my foot on the keyboard there. Sorry about that, folks. It is impossible for both kings to be in check simultaneously. That means at the same time. When this happens, the last move must be retracted. White checks the rook. White checks with the rook. White did not see it is check and checks with the rook. Black must retract the last move and escape check. White checks with the bishop, exposing his own king. White must retract his last move. The kings can never be on adjacent squares, as a king must have moved into check. Neither king can move to the highlighted squares. Queens, rooks and bishops, the line pieces, can be blocked on a line, rank file or diagonal, by a piece of either colour. The pawn blocks the rook from getting to e6, e7 or e8. Block square. All pieces can be blocked on a square by a piece of the same side. You cannot be blocked on a square by a piece of the opposite side, because you could just take it. The white pawn blocks the queen from getting to h7, which is a shame, because without that pawn there, queen down would be checkmate. Thank you for watching.